Yeah, so, man, when I started in this business, the business part of it, which was late 90s, I had no idea what journey I was going to be on, because back then, coming from Dallas, the template was Master P. Master P started No Limit Records, and he was like a legend, a myth. I was in Dallas. He was coming from Louisiana, but it was, kind of like cousin cities. So he would be in Dallas all the time, and he had a movement. He had so many different Southern artists that was up and coming, and he had the buzz, right? And the template was pop the trunk, sell CDs on the street corner, at the swap meet, at the lake, at the park, wherever you could, bombard the radio station, get them to play your records, just trying to keep so much hype and energy going. And I try to follow that blueprint. And I was the executive. I was like a little young kid. I was working at a BMW dealership, going to college and running a label all at the same time. So it was a lot, and I actually ended up doing a deal with Tony Draper for one artist. And he was with Universal Records, and he was plugged in. He was working with Diddy and a bunch of people that were popping at that time, and so I was just navigating. But I knew that Dallas was a little too small for me, so I went to LA, and in about a year and a half, I started my own label, and the rest is history. But here we are now in Vegas, and this is really the city of entertainment just as much as LA. You got a lot of residencies here. You got, I think Cardi B just had one. You got the Migos, Chris Brown, of course Celine Dion, Boyz II Men, Mariah Carey, on and on. Being here in Vegas and having a rag office here in Vegas is critical, because it's not just a tourist town. It's really a business town. It's a convention town. All the big conventions are here. CES, the Magic Fashion Show, everything from network marketing to blockchain. The world ascends in Vegas to mingle, to interact, to network, and to do business. So it's a great hub for us to have here. We still got the office and several studios in Los Angeles and in Dallas. We're going to be opening up one in New York and Miami soon, and of course Chicago, Detroit, and all the major cities in the U.S., and a couple overseas. We've got one in London. So the Guild is strong. It's a network of really, really dope artists. So many dope artists. I think we are in the Renaissance era now, where you can make more money than ever. So many outlets. There's so much consumption of music. There's more consumption now than any other time. And with technology, it's just such an exciting time to be in music. And I love being here in Vegas. We are going to be working with a lot of the casinos, a lot of the resident artists here doing music. We're working on a festival too. We got something planned with the city of Henderson, where they're going to give us land, and we're going to be doing some really, really cool stuff. Plus, the energy of Vegas is just electric. I'm looking at these gargantuan, obnoxious buildings. Caesar's Palace is here. We got MGM down the road. Cosmo. It's just like being in the thick of the action. But I'm always flying. I'm always traveling. I'm in New York. I'm in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in Canada. I'm in Mexico. I'm in Europe. I'm at the Cannes Film Festival, Sundance. And everywhere I go and I travel, I speak to businessmen. I speak to people in the medical field. You know what's so funny is that everyone loves music, and there's like a songwriter and a singer and a musician in everybody. You'd be surprised. I meet attorneys, I meet journalists, politicians that are badass at playing guitar or piano or drums. So I think it resonates with everybody, and everybody can play. Everybody can play in the sandlot these days with technology and with access to so many platforms and stuff. So I feel like what I do, and representing the Recording Artists Guild, I can connect with anybody on that level. And being an advocate to help artists, aspiring entrepreneurs, is a noble cause that people respect and appreciate. everybody can, whether they got a 9 to 5 or again they're a touring artist, they can still participate, they can still be a member. And that's one of the missions that is part of the Empowering Artists Worldwide, is tapping to the artist and everybody. If they have a passion for this business, if they're consistent, if they want to leave a legacy or even their art or body of work in music, and they want to share that with the world, we can show them how to do that in a very practical way. I mean, it's not expensive anymore. It's not far-fetched. It's not out of reach. All this stuff is attainable. And if you got a dream, a vision, you can take it as far as your heart's desire. There's a couple things that I think everybody should be aware of as they get into the music business, is that it does start with passion for music. It starts with a passion for the process, being in the studio, being on stage, connecting with fans. But then it's so much more than that. It requires a team.
A lot of independent artists a chance to really experience success.
And RAG is a resource that's connected to other resources. And those things come together to be able to orchestrate the fruition of a dream, of a project, of a career over time. And that's what's inspiring about the time that we're in. It's accessible. It's easy. It's easy if you stay consistent, if you believe in yourself, if you believe in your dream. And we just want to share that with everybody and as much knowledge as possible.